ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। Okay, we were looking at within Tadhitas one particular sense or meaning, which is thatness. Very common, very commonly used kind of words. Atmatvam, Jivatvam, Brahmatvam, Pashutvam, or could be another kind too. What? Pashuta, Hinata, Pramanata, Pramanyam, Apramanyam, Samsaritvam. So like this, a lot of words. So what are we doing? We are just familiarizing ourselves with the pratyayas. That's how I would say to you, okay? If you study more Pani, you look further. But if you don't, at least we know what are the pratyayas and what kind of words can come. That is a good step for us. So we saw last time that basic thing is what? Tasya bhavah tvatalau. Tasya bhavah, in that meaning, you add these two pratyayas, which are called tvat and tal. All right. So let's go there. Oh, not here. I didn't want to go here. I wanted to go elsewhere. So we will go there. This, or is it this? I think it is this. No, it's not this. Sorry. What happened to it? Is it this? No, it's not this. Give me 1 second. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, let me go here and find it. It should be there. Yeah, there it is. All right. So, begins with tasya bhavah tvatalau. Tasya bhava means what? Bhava is abstract noun. Thatness. In the sense of thatness, you have two pratyayas, tva and tal, which are nearly universal for almost anything you can add. Okay. Then we saw achatvat. What does it tell you? That the pratyayas which follow now will be additions to tva and tal. They are not going to be replacements or apavada to tva and tal. They will be in addition to tva and tal. And we also saw that there is a gender which has to be understood. And we looked at the Linganushasanam last time, and we saw that there are different sections. One is feminine, then there is masculine, then there is neuter, then there's masculine neuter, then there is masculine feminine, etc. You have all these varieties possible. Each is a small adhikara within the Linganushasana Patha. Sutras we saw. And with that, you saw that tal is sitting in feminine, tva is sitting in neuter. Therefore, any word you add with tal, we make with adding tal pratyaya, must be necessarily declined in feminine. And once you say it's feminine, we also saw we have to go through another section called Stri Pratyaya section, beginning with 413. And what did we find there? That in that section, 413 to 4176 or so, is the question of, do we need to add any other pratyaya to make this word feminine? That's what it tells you. That section, Stri Adhikara, tells you, what is there any step required to change the pratipadika in any way so that it can be declined as a feminine word? Every word may not require a change. Like you see a word, walk, watch, pratipadika. What's gender? Feminine. Okay. What about Upanishad? Feminine. Right? Now, when you say Upanishad, what do you find? Okay, it's feminine. What do? You don't change anything in it. You will, just like Marut, you'll say Upanishad, Upanishadau, Upanishadaha. Vak is similar. Vak, Vachau, Vachaha, Vacham, Vachau, Vachaha, etc. You will decline. Nothing changed. You look at a word, Mati. Matihi, Mati, Mataya, nothing changed. But you look at a word, Balaka. It can't continue just like that. If it's ending in a short it will take typically, but not always. So here, balaka should become what? Balaka. No, it does take but triggers another change. So it becomes what? Balika. Okay. So sometimes there's an extra change. And sometimes it will be completely different. Nara will become what? Nari. Right? So pati will become what? Patni. One extra na came. Patyurno yatya sanyoge. One agama comes. Then E comes. So these are all what? These specialities of what can happen if you have to make a word feminine. So we saw that if the pratyaya is if the pratipadikam is ending in an a, then typically ajadyata stop. That's the sutra we looked at. Ajadyataha stop. Ajadi is one gana. Okay. And ataha. Ending in at. Short a. All those will take a pratyaya top, in which ta is it, a is the content. So you add a, you will get the word. Okay. And once you got that word, then you add the supratyaya to decline it. So we saw all this last time as a part of looking at tadhita. It's not really part of tadhita, but good to know how it all works, how the various sections are connected. So in that process, I hope you got some understanding of Linganushasana and some understanding of Stri section. Stri section is one of the most simple sections in Panini in a way, because you just have to know what to do to make it feminine. If you know 4.5 sutras, 90% will be covered. The rest of them are there. If you want to know everything, you have to know everything. Otherwise, know 3 or 4, you're good. So if you have any pratipadika ending in r or nakara, you add e. One more important rule to remember. If you have pratipadika ending in rikara, like what? Kartru. What is feminine of kartru? Kartri. Okay. Kartru becomes kartri. And if it is, dhanin, it will become dhanini. Okay. So, rinnebhyo ngipti sutra. Short r or nakara ending will take e. Good rule to remember. So now anything, and it should be going to feminine, okay? Now don't take karman, which is neuter, and try to make it feminine. It won't work. You can't make it feminine. Some words are only one gender. So you have to be cautious. Like I told you, devata is feminine. Whether you go with masculine or feminine, it has to be feminine only. Karma is neutral. But most adjectives will take all three genders. Take any adjective, like you take ta ending, participles. So what is ta ending? Gata, patita, ukta. And in all these, what will happen? Patita, gata, feminine. Gatam, neutral. Shatranta is what? Tru. Tru, that r is gone. Right? But special case. So there what happens again? Pathat, gachat becomes gachanti in feminine. Okay. I don't want to make it a Stri Adhikara class. We will do it another time. Just some important things we should, if you know, see, because these things don't enter our head one time. So periodically I will mention like this. Without even studying the section, it will be in your head. Okay. All right. Then we saw Pritvadibhyaha imanichva. We saw this in good detail last time. Correct? How Prithu, etc. will take imanich optionally along with twa and ta. So you get more words. And for imanich, we saw you have to look at several sutras in the section from 156, 155 down, several sutras, some special changes came. We saw nedishta, etc. Prathima, it becomes a lot of words. All right. Now, next pratyaya, we're interested in what? 51123. What is it saying? Varna dridadibhya shancha. Varna dridadibhya shanch. What is this prithivadi, prithwadi, dridhadi? What do we call them? Gana. It's a group of words, grouped together. What is the basis for grouping? Those are all words which behave similarly in this context. That's all. He could not come with a generic rule. If he can, he would have. But there are only a bunch of words he has to give. So he says, now, the method is you keep the sutra patha simple. Suppose he listed all the words here, your Ashtadhyayi Sutra Patha will become, bulky book. It won't be a tiny book. So what do? You keep the data outside. This a person with IT will understand very well. You don't mix data with coding. But data is also dynamic. Therefore, the data drives how your programming will work. The data drives it to some extent. That Panini has used all long ago. Enumerated data types, this kind of things he has done happily, extensively he's done. So what does he do now? He just says Pratvadi. What is Pratvadi? A list beginning with Prathu. Go look it up. You know the rule now. You don't know the members, but you still know the rules. So mastering the rules does not include necessarily all data being mastered. You know how Prathu works. Now you know what all else is there. You go find it if you want. So people could memorize entire Ganapatha. Ganapatha is much thicker than Sutra Patha, okay? It's big. So this is one more now. Varna dridadibhyaha shancha. So what should you look at now? Some group of words do not take it. What is the pratyaya though? Shan. Once you see shan, you should be able to tell me now what are the contents. Tell me, what are the 8 letters? Help me. Someone. Raise your hand. Or ask or answer. Yes, Deepthi.
Shakara and Nyakara.
Shakara and Nyakara. Good. Now, Ritesh, you tell me what happens because Nyakara is its letter. Can you tell me?
I forgot Swamiji. Niti and Niti Chasan.
So what happens? Because Nyat, what happens? It's okay. Forgot, it doesn't matter.
Letter Vriddhi.
Good. Vriddhi. Good. Vriddhi. Vriddhi of what?
First letter. First.
Where? In Tadhita Pratyaya, when Tadhita follows. Correct? Tadhiteshu acham adehe.
Adehe.
First ach. All right? So nyakara will bring about a vriddhi of the first vowel. This you should remember. Simple. What is vriddhi letters? You all remember, I hope. Right? First sutra.
Vidhiradej.
Vriddhiradej. Good. Now, what is other letter? Shakara. Don't worry
Shakara.
about it right now. That has some impact on feminine words. Don't worry about it right now. So shan is the pratyaya. Now, as soon as I say shan, what is the content now? Remove shakara, remove nyakara. What's the content?
Ya.
Ya plus a. Ya plus a. Not just yakara. Ya. So when I say pronounce ya, it's fine. It is ya plus a. Yakara plus ya. Which means the words will end in what now? Ya. That's clear? Okay. So now what we do is we'll go there. We'll go to the Ashtadhyayi and see how it looks. You're saying this right? Ashtadhyayi now? Good. So now we go to Sutra Patha and we will look for Varna. Varna Didadibhya Shany. Okay. So what is it saying? Varna Didadibhya Shany. What is coming down? In the sense of tasya bhavah. And Twatala is coming. Imanich is also coming down. Anuvritti. Okay. Pratyaya parashya, etc. You know now. All right. So he is giving all adhikaras. Achatvat, prathamanam, samarthanam, prathamadva, all the adhikaras. Okay. We don't worry about it right now. So now what happens? Bhavah, tasya bhava. See, instead of bhava, I would say tasya bhava. If you go look at Kashika, you are more likely to find it that way. I like to look at Kashika, though these people try to simplify it for us. See, Varna Vishesha Vachibhyah Pratipadikebhyah one Dridadibhyascha Shyany Pratyaya Bhavati. Chakarat Imaniccha. In what sense? Tasya Bhavah iti etasmin Vishaye. That making sense? Tasya Bhavah is the characteristic sentence, what I call the Lakshana Vakya. Always important. In Tadhita, you should know what is the sense of this pratyaya. What is the sense here? Tasya bhavaha, thatness. In that sense, varna vishesha vachibhya. Okay? What is varna vishesha vachibhya? You can see. He says what? Color. Varna is color here. Okay? Shuklasya bhavaha. Shukla, white. Krishnasya bhavaha, black. You bring any color now. Varna. See, when we do Varna Ashrama in Vedanta, what we will say? We will not say color. We will say it is that which describes. Varnayati iti Varnaha or Varnayate ananati Varnaha. We will make Varna much more wider. But here, grammar, Varna just means color. Okay? So now you take a word, Shuklasya Bhavaha. So what is the word you're trying to derive? Trying to find a word, Shuklasya Bhavaha. Why? Because of the word Varna. One color, we're taking an example. Shuklasya Bhavaha. So what will happen now? Shukla. What is the first vowel? U. What is the vriddhi going to be? Au. Make it. What will become? Shaukla. Correct? Shukla will become Shaukla. Shaukla plus ya. What should you get? What should you get? Shauklayam. You should get. But what is the word? Shauklyam. What happened to the a after lakara? That goes because of yes, ye teacher. Or some sutra like that. We have to look. Right? Because what does yes, ye teacher say? Whatever ending in it, will be yes, ye teacher. Okay? The a or e. Ya is a and e there. The a and e at the end of a bha will go if a tadhita pratyaya follows. Very important rule to remember. Otherwise, you'll be wondering why it is not shauklaya. And it doesn't even sound well. Try saying shauklaya. Try saying shaukliya. Makes a difference, okay? The tongue doesn't move so well. Though you can say shauklaya, it's not hard. very used, but I'm just saying that anyway, the word is shauklyam. So you have to remember what? One rule, which we saw. We saw this as rules for bha. In that time we saw. So whenever the stem, the pratipadika for a tadhita is ending in a or e. And for bha, what kind of pratyaya it should be? Yachi bham. Yakaradi or ajadi pratyaya. What is the pratyaya here? Content? Ya. Is it yakaradi? Yes. Therefore, will the word before it get sanya of bha? Are you with me, all of you? So that bha, now once you establish bha, what's the rule for bha? If a bha is followed by a tadhita pratyaya, right? Then in the bha, the a will go. Final a or e will go. When either e follows or a tadhita pratyaya follows. We saw when e follows is gaura, gaura becomes gauri. We get feminine words from that same rule. Right? That's not important right now. What's important is that if you have a bha, which is ending in an a or an e, and it's followed by tadhita pratyaya, which gives that status of bha to what precedes, then that a or e will get dropped. Am I making sense, or have I confused you more? Clear, right? So first you should determine whether the tadhita pratyaya is going to cause bha sanya for what precedes it. First. Next, if it is bha sanya, then does the tadhita pratyaya begin with... No, we don't have to worry about it. Then is the bha ending with a or e? If it is, then that a or e will go. Okay? One more rule, same section. What's very important? If there's a bha, and if it ends with an u, then it will take guna. It will become o. Keep this two at least in mind. Yasya ticha or guna. Two rules there in that section. Which section? Bhasya Adhikara, 64129. Down there, 64145 or 50 or somewhere, you'll find these sutras. Yasya ticha and or gunaha. Or gunaha is what? Varnantasya. Gunaha bhavati. Okay. All right. So now can you derive shauklyam? Yes. What are the other possible words with imanich? Shuklima. Imanich. No nyit. No nit. No kit. Therefore, no vriddhi. Okay. Next one is what? Shuklatvam. Tva pratyaya. Neuter. Therefore, shuklatvam. That makara is make. See, when you give examples have to be pada. Which means what? You have to decline in the right gender and give the first case singular. Therefore, shuklatvam is neuter 1-1. All right. Next word is what? Shuklata. What is that? Tal pratyaya, feminine, declined like, becomes shuklata, pratipadika. And how does it decline? Shuklata, shuklate, shuklataha. If you know lata, just add shuk to it, okay? Simple. All right. Now take the next word. Krishna. Color is Krishna. What will happen to Krishna? Kr. First vowel is kr. What will it become? Kar. Why ra? Because what will happen? R will become, when you replace R with a guna or vriddhi letter, that it will be raparaha. So that ra will come. 1150 sutra will apply. I think it's 1150. Uran raparaha. Okay. That sutra will come and you will get kar. Now what do you have? Krishna becomes karshna. Karshna plus ya. Content is ya. What will happen? A at the end of karshna will go. What will you get? Karshnyam. See, without even knowing the rules, you will get second nature slowly, where you will just say Krishna is Karshnyam. You don't have to think, okay? Krishnima Krishnatvam, Krishnata. See, Tvam and Tal are very straightforward. Now he gave two examples of Varna. Now what? Dridhadibhyaha. Taking that group, one example. Dridha, first letter, first word, Dridha. What will happen to Dridha? Similarly, Krishna, Dr will become Dar, right? Dardha plus Ya. Dardha plus Ya. Are you with me? Kausalyama? Okay, good. Dardha plus Ya. What will happen? A will go in enough after Dhakara. You'll get Dardhyam. What does Dardhyam mean? Now tell me the meaning.
To be dridam, to be dhardi.
Firmness. Don't say to be. Firm. Nobody is to be anything.
Okay.
Firmness. Hardness. Dridha. Definiteness. Surety. This kind of meanings will come. Dardhyam. What will be the name of Shauklyam? Shukla means white. Shauklyam means what?
Whiteness,
Good. What does Karshnyam?
blackness.
Good. Now I'll tell you. Kritsna. Word is Kritsna. Means what? Whole. Right? What is Kartsnyam?
Karsnyam.
See now, tongue twister, but no problem. Kartsnyam. You get it straight away, you'll get it like this. Okay? Dardhyam. Other words are what? Dradhima, Dridhatvam, Dridhata. What is Shakara for? Kashikakara tells you. Shakaro Nishartha. See, I told you, feminine problem. So, what happens is this. If you have Shakara as it, in the 413 Stri Adhikara, you will find Shit Pratyaya. If it's there, then you add Nish. Content will be E only. But Nish means some Swara will come there. Don't worry about that. There is Neep, there is Nish, there is Neen. All content is only E. But different it letters to do some magic for Panini. Some Swara will change. But Shakara is over Nish. That's all we are interested here. Okay? So now he's giving you the thing. Dridha, Parivridha, Brisha, Krisha, Chakra, Amra, Tamra. All these are what? Dridhadi. They're all Dridhadi Gana. Which means what? You take Lavana. Or you take Krisha. Krisha. What will be Krisha? What will happen? Karshyam. Krisha means what? Emaciated, thin. Krishangi. A lady with very, slender limbs. Or emaciated also can be. Okay? Krisha will become Karshyam. Amra will become what? You have to see now. A is already Vriddhi. Amra, that A at the end of Amra will go. You'll get Amryam. Very likely. What else will you get? And Shyany will also give you what? It will give you neuter. How do I know? Look at example. They're all There's no choice, okay? Therefore, in the Linganushasana, you will find Shyany is listed under neuter. Am I making sense? Therefore, you will get words. Lavana will become what? Lavanyam. Very dangerous. Because Lavanya also means beauty. This is salt here. Okay? See, those words you don't see much, but you will see this. Murkha. Somebody help me. Murkha. Ramesh, what will it become?
Maurkyam.
Good. Maurkyam. Next one. Mukha. Who will tell me now? Somebody has not answered so far. Mukha. Malti?
Maukyam.
Maukyam. Means what?
Maukyam.
Maukyam means what?
Dumbness.
Ha. Mukha is not talking. Could be. Or it could be, as you said, dumb, mute. Kind of dumb. Correct. Muteness. All right. Like this, you have. So what is all this? Dridhadihi. This is Dridhadi Gana. So you have to take any word and add and see what you get. Okay. So do we need all this, Swamiji? Don't worry about it. Do you know? Do you understand some words at least? Ushna, another important word. Ushna. Who will tell me?
Aushnim.
Aushniam.
Aushnim.
Good. Jada.
Adyam.
Adyam.
Yam. Badhira. Ushaji, you want to try one?
Badira.
Badhiryam.
Badhirya. Correct. Badhiryam. Correct. Madhura.
Madhuryam.
Modharyam.
Have you heard these words or not?
Yes.
So it's Ushna. We did already, is it?
Aushnam.
Aushnyam.
Hmm.
Correct? Ushna becomes Aushnyam. Shita.
Shaitam.
Shaityam. Shaita. Shait. Add a ya. Anshu. Add the ya. Shaityam. Making sense? Pandita.
Pandityam.
Pandityam. Are you all comfortable with what we're doing? What are we doing? Is there an Adi Vriddhi? Do it. Add ya. Is there a Yasya Ticha? Apply it. 2 sutras. Job is over. Okay? This is all. And what do you get when you add Aditya Pratyaya? You'll get a Pratipadika. And that Pratipadika, you add a gender. Then you decline it. All that is involved. So if you go and look in a book where they'll show you how to declare Shuklatvam, there'll be a lot of sutras. But essence is only this much. Okay? Prashtam va?
Swamiji, may I here?
Yes.
What is Drida? What all in all these words?
Yeah.
What is Drida?
It's just a list of words, okay?
Okay.
Drida is the first word in the list. So suppose I say IAS, etc. What do you understand?
Samoa there, like this.
Correct. But I'm saying IAS, etc. What do you normally understand? IAS, IPS, IRS, IFS. That's how you'll understand, right? Or if I say public sectors like railway, etc., you will get a list. Correct? Now, sometimes the list you will know.
Yes.
Because they are of Samana Jati. Like Isa Varna is all colors. But Dridha, what basis is there? None. Therefore, every word is listed. So it's a very customized list, all right?
Yes.
The customized list is what you see here. Here, what we saw is what? See this customized list? Dridha, Parivridha, Brisha, Krisha, Chakra, Amra, all this together are Dridhadihi. And I told you, it could be what is called as a Akriti Gana, which means it is extendable. Which means if you find another word in the language which is following the same rule, you assume it also belongs to the Dridhadi Gana. Okay? So Ganas are essentially groups. Now you see, even if you look at our dhatus, what is first Gana? Bhuadi. You remember that? Bhuadi, Adadi, Juhotyadi. Then what? Fourth Gana is what?
Divadi.
Vadi.
What is fifth Gana?
Swati. Swati.
Good. Suadi. Very good. Suadi. Sixth Gana?
Tadadi.
Tudadi. Not Tadadi.
Tudadi. Sorry.
Tudadi. Seventh Gana?
Rudadi.
Very good. Rudhadi. Very good. Eighth Gana?
Tanadi.
Tanadi. Wonderful. Ninth Gana?
Krayadi.
Kriyadi. Good. Kriyadi. 10th Gana?
Churati.
Churadi.
What are all these now? They're also Ganas. They're all groups. Adi means Chur Adi Yesham Te. Bhu Adi Yesham Te. Tud Adi Yesham Te. Tan Adi. All Bahurihi. What does it mean? A list whose first word is this. What is the content of the list? It's totally arbitrary. There's no basis, except that he found all these roots which follow a similar way of declining, to derive those words, and he put them in one group. So that you have to learn only 10 sets of rules and not infinite rules. 10 sets. What is the member of the set? He decides by using a group. Is that clear, Mianshu? Mianshu, are you there? What happened? You hearing me or no? Mianshu, maybe he's off somewhere now. Okay, never mind. All right. Is this clear now? Xian? Somewhat clear? Okay, let's go back. Okay. Now, let's go there. Why did I do that? I will just say share. Okay. This is what it is. So, same story. There's some extra. See, this kind of things are vartikas. Be some small, one more rule will be there additionally. Don't worry about it right now. Okay, this is enough for us. Let's go to the next sutra. What does it say? णवचनब brahmanadibhyah karmani cha. Okay, before we enter this, let us go to desktop. No, this one, desktop 2. Okay. Now, look at this. We saw what? Varna dridadibhyah shan we saw. Next sutra is Gunavachana brahmanadibhyah karmani cha. What is
So it
Anubhuti
is
coming?
blank, Swamiji.
Swamiji, still to see the screen. It's just black.
Green.
Why is that? I thought I did regular share. Let me do it again, okay? Give me 1 second. Let me go back to Zoom and just say, hey, not that. Go here. Okay. Change. Okay, now I'm back. All right, share. Just share. Okay, now let me go to the desktop 2. Okay, there you go. All right, you're seeing it now?
Still black screen.
Desktop 2, we are not able. It's black.
No, you will be seeing this. You're seeing the
To see anything.
Sutra Path or not?
No, it's just black screen.
That very strange. Very strange. Let me stop sharing again and see.
Now we can see Ashtadhyayi.
Now you can see Ashtadhyayi?
Ashtadhyayi we can see.
Funny.
Website.
Okay. Website, is it? Okay, no,
Yeah.
that's not what I've intended. Let me do one thing. Let me say, why is it doing this? Share. Okay, first stop share. Okay, now share. Now you're saying Ashtadhyayi, correct?
Website, yes.
Okay, good. Now we will go to where we want to go. It should work fine. No, that is not the one I wanted to show you. But what I want to show you is right behind it. Okay.
No.
We can't see Swamiji.
It's still black, Swamiji.
Something is not working right.
Sharing.
Why is that? Your screen is paused. Why? Your screen is paused. Give me a second. I don't know why it's paused. Why is it paused, sir? It gives me a message, your screen is paused. Your screen sharing is paused. Why is it paused? I didn't ask it to pause. Strange fellow. I didn't ask you to stop sharing. Where's your problem? Very strange today. It's misbehaving like this. Sharing is going on. Why is it saying you're sharing the screen? It's very strange.
It says move your mouse to the top or bottom Zoom toolbar and click the button labeled resume share.
No, but it wasn't stopped as far as I could tell. Let me see. Anyway, now I stopped sharing. I'm again going to say share. Let's see what it does now. Participants can see my screen, right? So you're saying Ashtadhyayi right now, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, let me go there. Do you see?
Yeah. Now we can see.
Yes.
Okay. So now, what I wanted to ask you is this. Now we are looking at 5.1.124. What is Anuvritti? To 5.1.124?
Plunge.
Shanj.
Shyan. Good. That's what I want you to see. Therefore, because Twatala, etc. are all coming anyway. Okay. So, Gunavachana, Brahmanadibhyaha, Karmani cha Shyan. Okay. Is Imanich coming? No. Correct? Twatala is coming? Yes. All right. Is this clear? Okay. So now what will take the pratyaya Shyan? You already know what Shanya is now. There's no doubt about that. But what will take now? Gunavachana Brahmanadibhyaha. After the words belonging to Brahmanadigana or what are called as Gunavachana. What is Gunavachana? We talked about it last time, I think. Gunavachana is a quality which can also talk of one which has that quality. So if I say white, I don't mean the color white. I mean one who is white, one who has whiteness. That kind of words are called Gunavachana. What is Brahmanadi? Another random group. All right. What is extra now? Karmani. That word is very significant. Karmani. So what does it mean? Karmani. Now we saw tasya bhavah tvatalau. Correct? We saw tasya bhavah tvatalau. Now you know what? Tasya karmani cha. You have to make it. Tasya bhavah, tasya karma cha. Karmani, you don't say. Tasya karma cha. Tasya bhavah, tasya karma. Means what? Now, it is not only Brahmana-ness. It also has the meaning of what a Brahmana does. It is not only Purohita-ness. It is what the Purohita does. It is not only minister-ness. It is what the minister does. You understand? So, one extra meaning. So, tasya bhavaha, from now onwards, will read as what? Tasya bhavaha karmacha. That's how you should understand it. Up to this point, what was there? So, if you look at prithvadi, dridhadi, these fellows, in these ganas, when you add the twa and tal, they will only stand for thatness. But see, this karmani is going how far? It goes up to the end of the section, Twatala. See, Twatala is going to 135. It's going all the way till there, which means that from 5.1.124 down, you imagine it is not just tasya bhavaha, it is tasya bhavaha karmacha. Are you with me? So you now added an extra sense to all the words from now. So now you can see that Twatala can bring in not only ness, it can also mean that karma of that, but not universal. You have to now, it has to qualify under the rules which follow 5.1.124. Now, Swamiji, how will I remember all this? Don't worry about it. At least in the Bhashyam, when you see the context, you will know when it says, Bhashyakara will say, Tasya karma, you will know what it means. You will not take it as ness. That much is our benefit. I don't expect to remember everything. Because the word Brahmanyam can mean Brahmana-ness, can mean Brahmana's karma. Which meaning? Context you have to see. How do you live? How do you live your life? Paurohityena. It's not by Purohita-ness. It is by doing what a Purohita does. Make sense? This probably even in your regional languages you will have this kind of word. Paurohityam, I think, is not just Sanskrit. In Kannada, it is there. Then Telugu must be there, I would expect. Tamil,
Bengali is there.
it's there. That's what I'm saying. So the Sanskrit ones, it extends so many Indian languages. You can take it happily. So Paurohityam. Hindi also it's there, Paurohitya. All right, like that, you will find a lot of words. So extra main thing you have to keep in mind here is about the sutra is what? It is extending the characteristic meaning from not only thatness, but also its duty or its work. Okay? All right. Now we can go back to Ashtadhyayi. Hopefully now it won't tell me you weren't showing it. Okay, right? Good. So, Gunavachana Brahmanadibhya Karmani cha Kim Shen. Twatala also are coming now. Okay. Which means Imanich cannot give this karma. Imanich will not have that. And the Shen, Brahmanadi will have, but Dridhadi will not have tasya karma. Same Shen. Okay. All right. So now he says, Gunavachana Vachibhyaha Shabdebhyaha Brahmanadi Ganasya cha Shabdebhyaha Bhavah Tatha Kriya Asmin Arthe Shen Pratyaya Bhavati. This is how Ashtadhyayi software maker puts the simple vritti in his mind. But I always like to introduce you to Kashika because I feel that way you're on a standard platform. You don't have to worry about whether you use Ashtadhyayi or not, doesn't matter to you. Good to be familiar. What did it say? Gunam uktavantaha gunavachana. What I told you is explaining. At some point, see, uktavan, uktavantau, uktavantaha. What pratyaya? What pratyaya? In uktavat?
Vatu.
No.
Tavatu.
Tavatu, correct. Tavatu. Harsha, what is the meaning of tavatu? What sense is it added? Remember? Okay. Do you remember kta? Kta, you remember?
Karta past.
Past participle. Okay. Kta. Karmani bhave bhute ta. That's how you remember. Bhute in the past. Kta.
Kar.
3 to 84 is bhute. Okay. 3 to 84 sutra will say bhute. Then you will find under that karmani bhave. 3 to 102 will be tattavatu. Nishtha, it will say. What is nishtha? Kta, ktavatu, nishtha. Nishtha here is not our Vedantic nishtha, okay? This is grammar nishtha. The word nishtha covers two pratyayas, kta and tavatu. Kta is in the sense of past tense. But what is the main thing? Karma or bhava. What is tavatu? Yes, Deepthi.
Karta.
Kartari. Kartari tavatu. Kartari bhute. Means what? Suppose I say, he went. Gatavat. He went. He. I'm qualifying he with went. Then gatavat. With gatyarthaka, it doesn't make a difference because you can say gataha, you can say gatavan, both are okay. But when it comes to others, it will make a difference. Suppose you're saying eat. What is eat? Eat. Khadat. Khaditavan means I ate. Aham khaditavan. If I say aham khaditaha, you know what it'll mean? I was eaten. Okay. So you can't say aham khaditaha. You have to say aham khaditavan. I ate. Maya khaditaha. By me, eating was done. That is karmani prayoga. Kartari will be what? Khaditavan. So here what? Gunam uktavantaha gunavachana. So at some point in the past, in some other usage, they have been used just for guna. But now they are telling the one who has that guna. That's the meaning. To cut the whole long story short. Okay, I already told you that meaning. Now, gunavachanebhyaha brahmanadibhyascha. After a gunavachana or a brahmana, the words belong to brahmana, the gana. What? Tasya, in the sense of its, Karmani abhidheye. When you want to talk of tasya karma, abhidheya means to be said. Shanj pratyaya bhavati. And what is it? Chakara is sitting here. Therefore, what? Chakarat bhavecha. Also bhava. All right. And what are the pratyayas? Tva, tal, and shanj. Therefore, what? He says, karma prashabdaha. Karma is not grammatical karma. Kashikara makes it clear. Karma stands for an action, kriya. Now what? Take the word. Jadasya bhavaha. Will become what? Jadyam. Jadasya karma also say what? Jadyam. So, inertness or action where you do totally inattentively, like a, you walk and you bump into things on the way, which are very clear on the way. You step on some rice spread on the floor. What will we call it? Jadyam, possibly, okay? Because karma of a fellow who is totally not using his buddhi, kind of. Jadyam. Brahmanadibhya khalopi. So he gave one example of what? Kriya vachana. Karma, see, guna vachana. Jada can mean what? The quality of inertness, or jada can mean one who exhibits that quality of being inert. Both are called jada. Okay? That's the idea of here, guna vachana. Now, Brahmana, he is taking that gana. What will Brahmana become? Brahmanyam. Manava will become Manavyam. And up to where is Adhikara? Apada parisamaptehe bhava karmadhikaraha. What I told you, till the end of this section, 5.1. Now, all other pratyayas in the section of tasya bhava will also be tasya karma. And further, what does it say? Brahmanadi akriti ganaha. Brahmanadihi is a expandable list. It is not a closed-ended list. Okay? All right. Now, one very important point we noted. What is it saying? Chaturvarnyadinam swarte upasankhyanam. What does swartha mean? Do you remember? Do you remember what swartha was? Swartha pratyaya. Devata we talked about last time. I told you about, the vacharambhanam vikaro nama dheyam. Remember dheya? What does swartha mean? A pratyaya does not add or modify the meaning to what it is added. Whatever the word you add a swartha pratyaya to, that prakriti, the word to which you add a pratyaya, that same meaning will continue. No additional meaning is introduced by a pratyaya. Then it is called what? A swartha pratyaya or swarte pratyaya. Swasya arthe, kasya, not pratyayasya arthe, prakriti, tasya arthe. Okay? So that is the meaning. Therefore, what now? He's saying there is a group, Chaturvarnyadi, one group is there. In that, so now if I say Chaturvarna or Chaturvarna, now what will you, when you add Shanj, what will you get? Chaturvarna. Chaturvarnya. Are you with me? Chaturvarnya. Now what should it mean? It should mean 4 varnanas or the work of 4 varnas. That's what you will think. No. In this group, beginning with Chaturvarna, the meaning is what? Chaturvarna. There is no extra change. There is no tasya bhava, no tasya karma. It is swarte. Understand swarte? This is making sense? So Chaturvarnya means what? 4 varnas. No extra meaning. This is called swarte. So what does it mean? He gives. Kashikara explains. What does he say? Chatvaraha eva varnaha chaturvarnyam. See the Vigraha Vakya. Chatvara eva varnaha. 4 varnas. Eva is also just to show Swarthe. You can remove that also. Chatvara varnaha chaturvarnyam. 4 varnas mean chaturvarnyam. Why not chaturvarna only? No, chaturvarnyam. Why? This is one more word in the language with the same meaning. That's all. Appearance is different. Meaning is same. Okay. Then what? He says, chaturashramyam. Chaturashrama. Same meaning. 4 ashramas. Trilokyam. What is trilokyam? Not quality of 3 lokas. Trilokaha eva trilokyam. 3 lokas. Traiswaryam. Shadgunyam. Shadgunas or Shadgunyam. Sena is Sainyam. Army is called Sainyam, not Sainyanas. Okay? Sena is army. So, Sainyam does not mean arminess. What does it mean? Army. He came with Sainyam. You will see this expression. Okay? Now, this is an important word for us. Sannidhyam. The general tendency will be to think it is, Sannidhi means what? Presence, close by. It's placed there, Sannidhi. So, Bhagavan is placed, you call it Sannidhi. Bhagavat Sannidhi, temple. Right? Now, Sannidhyam would mean what? Sannidhiness? No. Sannidhyam means Sannidhi. Okay? Samipyam, what do you think it is? Closeness? No. Close. You have to be very alert with these words. Otherwise, you'll get in trouble. Because you will think it's closeness. And we'll use it also because we use so many other words like this. Aupamyam is upama. See, you have to work back. Now you have to actually work back in all these words. You have to remove shine and know what the word is. So what is Saukhyam? Somebody help me.
Sukha.
Sukha. So what does Saukhyam mean?
Saukya means happiness. No.
Sukham.
Sukham.
Whatever. You call it happiness, that's okay. Sukham. Comfort. Ease. Happiness. That's fine. Sukham. So when you see a word in the Upanishad or in the Bhashya, Saukhyam, don't think it's quality of Sukha. It is Sukha only. That's what you should understand. So up till here was what? Up till here was Chaturvarnadinam Swartham Upasankhyanam. Okay? Not too many words, but a few. So this Trilokyam, Shadgunyam, Saukhyam, these are words which we will see in our Bhashyam now and then. So it's important. No? Chaturvarnyam, Chaturashramyam. You will see these words now and then. So good to be aware that they can be in Swartha. Okay? Means no extra change in meaning. You have to reverse engineer the word and know that word and this word are the same. Clear? Now begins the Brahmanadik. Brahmana, Vadava, Manava, Chora, Muka, Aradhaya, Viradhaya, Aparadhaya, Who knows all these words, Swamiji? I also don't know. Okay, don't worry. We are in good company. All right? But some things you would know. Brahmana, do you know? Good. Now, do you know what is, Ekabhava? Oneness. Ekabhava. Samastha. Vishamastha. Same tishtati samastha. Vishame tishtati vishamastha. Okay? Madhyamastha. Look at this word. Anishvara. You will see this word. Anishvara. What will be the bhava or karma? Tell me the word now. Shanjavad. Shanj. What will you get? Harsha.
Anaishwaryam.
Why did you do double vriddhi?
But Anishwaryam.
That's what you should say. Unless you have reason to make it double, okay? Stick to the rule. Vriddhi rachi cha madeham. Kushala.
Kaushalyam.
Kaushalyam. Kapi.
Kap.
Monkey.
Kapyam.
Oh,
Kapyam. What happened to the E?
Because the rule.
Yes, teacher. It will go. Chapala.
Chapalyam.
Chapulyam. Nipuna.
Naipunyam.
Naipunyam. Good. Balisha, childish. Balisha.
Palishyam.
Good. Dhurta.
Dhaurtyam.
Good. Then you have some words. Rajan, what will happen? Here you should know one more thing. Nakaranta. Huh?
Rajyam.
Correct. That nakaranta, that na also goes. It get dropped. Rajan nakara will go. Because of bha. You'll get rajyam. So rajyam means what? Now you understand what is rajyam. Kingness or king's duty. Rajyam is not kingdom here. What does he do? He rules. That ruling is called rajyam now. Tasya karma. Okay. Adhipati.
Adipatyam.
Good. Alasa.
Alasyam.
Pishacha.
Paish.
Paishajyam.
Good. Paishachyam. Pishuna.
Paishunyam.
Paishunyam.
What is Pishuna? Backbiting. Backbiting. I'll tell you, this fellow is like this, that fellow is like that. Tell you something about others. It's called Pishuna. Why should you remember this? Adhikaritvam will require apaishunyam. Pishuna shouldn't be there. Pishuna bhavah should not be there. Vishala.
Vaishalyam.
Vaishalyam. Ganapati.
Anapatyam.
Ganapatyam.
Why Gana? Bhuma?
Adivriddhi.
Adi is Ga. Why Gana?
Ganapatyam.
Just Ganapati, not Ganapati. Ganapati. Now, you notice, these are all, he didn't say Pati. These are all compounds ending in Pati. Pati will take a different rule. You won't get Patyam. But these with ending in Pati, compound, will get Patyam. Similarly, if I remember correctly, even this Rajan is word ending with Rajan also take. Something like that. Okay. So these are words. Then he gave one more. Sarva Vedadibhya Swarthe extra. Sarva Veda is what? Now you don't know what is Sarva Veda. Sarva Veda is not all Vedas, okay? One who has studied all Vedas is called Sarva Veda. And now, one who has studied all Vedas, to add Shen Pratyaya will get what? Same meaning. Sarva Veda will become Sarva Vedyam. Correct? Sarva Veda will become Sarva Vedyam. And that has a meaning of what? Sarva Veda. Sarva Veda is not all Veda. One who has studied all Vedas. Okay? Then, Chaturvedasya Ubhaya Pada Vriddhishcha. Now, Chaturveda. How many padas are there in this compound? 2. Do you see them? Chatur and Veda. What kind of samasa is Chaturveda? Meaning is 4 Vedas. 4 Vedas combined. Yes, Harsha.
Samahara Dvandva.
It is Dvigu also. Sankhya Purva. Okay, Sankhya Purva Dvigu. Karmadharaya. Remember, it's Karmadharaya. No, 1 second. Samahara, yes, but Dvigu because Sankhya Purva. Okay. Not Karmadharaya, sorry. So now, Chaturveda. There are 2 words. In this, he is saying, don't do only Achamadehe, first word in the compound. Do it for what? Ubhaya pada vriddhishcha. Both the padas in this compound You have to do adivriddhi. What will you get? Chatur Vaidyam or something you will get, okay? See, here it is. Chatur Vaidyam. End of list. Brahmanadihi. This is clear? Did it make some sense? So what I want you to know, now you have extended to including karma also, from here down. And Shen, you already know how to operate now. Easy. Okay? Let's look at the next sutra. What does it say? Stenadi. I think we don't need this. Look at this, this stena, the word. You just don't worry about this sutra because it's not worth one word it's looking, okay? Stena. So stena can become steyam, can also become stainyam. Okay? So stena chen bhavati. And here what's happening is this. See, this is one word I should probably deal with. Give me a second. Okay. See now, stenadi Stena Shabdat Bhava Karmano Yat Pratyaya Bhavati Na Shabdasya Lopascha Bhavati. Okay. So you say na Stenat na Lopascha. You should read it as Stenat na Lopascha. Stenat yat. Stenat yat na Lopascha. What does it mean? One word, not Adi. For the word Stena, what does Stena mean? A thief, a robber. Stenat. What is the Pratyaya? Yat. And further what? Drop the Nakara also. So what will you get now? Stena plus ya. Nakara goes. Ya will get added. What will you get? Steya. What does it mean? A robberness or the work of a robber. Stealing. Okay. Now, one word I want you to introduce you to here. Yoga vibhagam kechit kurvanti. Yoga should be understood as sutra. Yoga has the meaning of sutra. Vibhaga is what? You split. All right. Now, do you see Ashtadhyayi? Good. Now, see, when you look at this sutra, Stenat yat, what is this? Yan nalopascha. You can see that yat nalopascha. Yat is a pratyaya, not yan. Then what will happen? Sandhi will apply. Yaronunasike, anunasiko va, I think. All right. So you have to keep remembering sandhi, otherwise you will forget them. So you will get Stenat yat nalopascha. Now the point is Shanj coming to that sutra? As per this 124, right? So what they do sometimes is, this is a sutra, also called yoga. Understand the concept, not this particular sutra. Now, suppose you decided to break this sutra into two. You break the sutra into two. What will two sutras become? We can split it anywhere we want, okay? See, the fact is, you are doing a vocal tradition. So you're chanting. Sakyuryaha, sorry, Chaturvarnyadinam Swartha Upasankhyanam Stenadyanalopascha Sakyuryaha Kapigyatyodak Patyanta Prohitadibhya Yak. Like this you're chanting. Now the point is, when you're chanting verbally, how do you know where the sutra ends? There are some ways. Parampara is coming. Now what we say sometimes, same number of words. We're not adding any word. But in some case, Panini will say you can do what is called as a yoga vibhaga. Means what? You now consider two sutras. 5.1.125 is Stenat. Call it 5.1.25a. 5.1.125a. What's second part going to be? 5.1.125b. And what is that sutra going to be? Yat nalopascha. Okay? Whatever is A part will fully go to B. In the split, whatever is in A will be going fully as an anuvritti to B. What will be the result? What should the meaning of B now be? Exactly what was before the sutra was split. Are you with me? Before the sutra was split, whatever you could get has been accomplished by 51125B. Then what is 51125A for? Now you can bring Shen into it. Therefore, what? It can take Shen. How did Shen come? Magic ho gaya. Yoga vibhaga. This yoga vibhaga is very extensive. Very extensively it's used in Tamasha section. Very useful there. Therefore, you remember we saw Tatpurusha Samasa and we saw so many limitations on it. Second case, is some particular words. Third case, some particular words. Fourth case, some particular. Fifth case. All they were, a very small number of words. But then you find so many words in the language. How do you accommodate? You split the sutra, where the first part will drop the conditionality. The second part will be with the condition. So both are okay now. This yoga vibhaga is a concept which you will see here and there in Pani, where commentator will say yoga vibhagena, it's done. What is yoga vibhaga? You take a sutra, split it into two or multiple parts, generally two, and in which the first part is the one which is doing extra work. The second part is really the first sutra reproduced because of anuvritti. Is this clear or any doubt? Malti, are you clear or having a doubt?
But how is that Shan coming here, Swamiji?
Don't worry about number here, okay?
Okay.
Don't worry about number here. This is the book which has this number. There will be some reason for it. But yoga vibhaga is done to get Shen. Okay?
The Shen is coming till 124, Swamiji. So
No, that's right. In this it is giving you that number, right? Now, I told you 125A. Correct? I could call it 124B. What's your problem? All I'm trying to say to you is that this tenat can be taken to the previous sutra in a way. You understand what I'm trying to say? When I split, how I split is up to me. Okay? Did it make some sense? See, I'm giving you, I'm doing introductory at the same time, I'm taking it to advanced also, okay? Because I'm looking through whole Kashika and explaining it to you, just for fun. So you get a feel for it. And once you lose the fear of Panini becomes easy for you. It's not hard. Okay? Anybody, any question at this point? See, you are hearing first time. So you may have doubts, you're welcome to ask. Don't hesitate. If you hesitate, I move forward. See, I'm right now looking at who I'm seeing. Malti, Usha, Kausalya, Mahita, and Ramesh. These are the people I see on my screen. So when I see anybody on the screen, then I ask, hey, is that clear? When I don't see, I can't ask anymore. So people I see, I ask. When I share a screen, I only see so many people. So if I want to see all of you, what should I do? I should say stop sharing. Then I see all of you. This is the way this Zoom works for me right now. All right. So if you have a question, you have to ask. If I see your face, I will ask. So sometimes somebody drops out. See, the way it works is this. Somebody puts their video off, then they go away, somebody else shows up there. So when somebody else shows up, I will see them. So Malti just showed up. Otherwise, I won't see her. Okay? This is the way it works. All right? So you might wonder, why somebody only asks some people's names? Because I see someone's face and I see it has some doubt. When I see the face, I ask it. But when I don't see your face, I cannot only ask any doubts. So you have to think and ask it. Tell me if you have a question, you feel free.
Swamiji, one question.
Yeah.
How would we know whether yoga vibhaga has been applied? Like you told us just now, Tatpurusha, there are.
That is only by looking at the commentaries.
Okay.
Otherwise, you don't have any privilege to do yoga vibhaga yourself. Yoga vibhaga is to be done by a person who understands what's going on. And this is all coming down from Mahabhashyakara down. Kashika, Mahabhashya, all of them. It's like here we saw, just now, here we saw a statement. That's why I came here. Do you see the Ashtadhyayi? Okay. What did we see here? It said, Stenad iti yogam vibhajya. 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 Stainyam iti. This is Siddhanta Kaumudi. Leave it out. I went to the wrong one. Look at here. Here it says, Stenad iti kechit yoga vibhagam kurvanti. Some people do. Same thing is said in Siddhanta Kaumudi commentary slightly differently. Stenad iti yogam vibhajya. It's a yoga vibhaga, yoga vibhajya. Yoga is sutra. Stainyam iti shanyantam api kechit icchanti. Api it should be not apa. Okay? Some people. It's not universal. You remember, we saw things like lopaha shakalyasya. Shakalya Acharya says lopa will happen. Others don't agree. Somewhere else, hali sarvesham. All acharyas agree to drop something. So like this, kechid means Pani is trying to tell you, or the Kashikakara is telling you, look, it's not universal, but a lot of grammarians accept this possibility. Because otherwise, how to explain the word? Stainyam, it's there. When you see a word in the language, and you don't know how to explain it, then the parampara comes up with a method to arrive at that word. Because the language, grammar is not the king. Language is king. Veda is king. Veda is not wrong. The usage given by Pani is given for Lokika is not extended to Veda, you extend it now. Like this it works. Okay? So you have no way of knowing when to do Yoga Vibhaga. But when it's told Yoga Vibhaga, you should understand how it works. That's the main thing I'm trying to tell you. Okay? So let's say I go here. All right? Are you seeing Ashtadhyayi? Good. Now, what's going on here? Okay. Okay, here's the fellow. Okay, let us see now. See now, this is the Samasa section, which we saw long ago. Now, what does it say? It says, for example, Saptami Shaundai, which means a word like Shaunda, etc., very few words. With them only you can have Saptami Tatpurusha. Okay? So, if I go to the sutra now, Saptami Shaundai 240. Let's go there. 2:140. Saptami Shaundai. What does it say now? If I look in the sutra, it will say Saptamyantam Shaundadivisa Samasyate. So you'll get words like Aksha Shaundaha, Aksha Dhurtaha, Aksha Kitavaha, Shaunda, see, Shaunda, Dhurta, Kitava, Vyada, Pravina, Samvat, Samvita, Antar, Adhi, Patu, Pandita, Kushala. This much is Shaundadikana. So you cannot make any other word Saptami Tatpurusha except these or whatever other sutras tell you. Now what we do, we simply say, you take this word Saptami Shaundai, split it into two. Split it in two parts. What do you get now? Saptami. Look, if you make Saptami, you drop everything else. This Shaundadivihi goes. Therefore, Saptami Antam Samasyate Tatpurushamasa Bhavati. Any word can come now. Conditions are gone. Shaundadivihi just vanished. As though. How did you manage it? Yoga vibhagat. This is a, when I saw this, I said, what is the use of this sutra then? Shaundadibihi. Useless, Once you went yoga, see, once you dropped a condition, you have freed that place so much that you can do anything. But then, if the sutra gave it like that, it means you are also free to do it. But when you do yoga vibhaga, it is the privilege of those who know. It's not open license. If you are writing a compound, you stick to Shaundadi. Don't add any more. Unless you know words like that in the language which are sadhu, then you use. Panini is never saying this is wrong. He says this is what is the language of the cultured people. Therefore, yoga vibhaga is primarily a method employed. Yoga vibhaga means sutra vibhaga. Splitting a sutra is primarily a method employed in order to accomplish ishtartha siddhi. What is ishtartha siddhi? I want to get these words which are in the language. How to derive it? I want sutra. Okay, pa, here's the sutra for you. Yoga, you do. Now you get what? Saptami. Shaundadi is gone. So now any seventh case word making a compound is fair bet. Provided you know it's fair, okay? Not for you and me to make any word we want. But mechanism. Good to know. And these are things, if you study this Bhaimi Vyakhya, etc., he will highlight these things very nicely. Very well done. So Bhimasena Shastri, we owe our namaskaras to him for enlightening us. It's a commentary on Laghu Siddhanta. I'm not a fan of Laghu Siddhanta, but I will read Bhaimi because he will tell me about these things. It takes a while to discover books. You have to know when to open which book also sometimes, So Bhaimi is plus points, I will tell you. It's a 6-volume commentary, Hindi commentary. Swamiji, I don't know Hindi. Hard luck. Even if you don't know Hindi, it will have a lot of value for you. What is the value? It has very nicely organized indices and tables. So you can find a table where you will find a lot of examples or an index. And once you go, you will see how that word is derived. This kind of things, and with a lot of explanation, how paribhasha comes, what happens, all that Bhaimi will. Why Bhaimi? Bhimasena, Bhimasya idam Bhaimi Tadhit. Called Bhaimi Vyakhya. So good to remember him, because he has given us a lot that has added value to our understanding. It's probably the best commentary on Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi today. Detailed. Very nice. Well done. And if you know Hindi, you can read it. Not just like that. With this class, you read it, makes sense. In 3-year course, when I did in Nagpur, I had the books. I never opened them. I don't know how to open and use them. Mataji would teach and we would learn. Only later I started to use the book. Because you are looking for answers. No teacher is there to answer your question. Then you need a book. Then you use the book. So good that way. Okay. So somebody like Ritesh, if you want to study more Panini and you have a value for it, you can get Bhaimi Vyakhya, one set, 6 volumes. Okay. Prathama Vritti, one more good book. Then Kashika Vritti. There's a book by Ishvara Chandra. Ishvara Chandra. Again Hindi, meaning in Hindi, etc. But benefit of Ishvara Chandra is he will give you derivation of words step by step generally. He will at least mention sutras. All this only if you want to study more Panini, okay? Otherwise, don't worry about it. For what we are doing in our class, Ashtadhyaya is plenty for us. Don't buy. If only you want to study more, you consider these. Okay? All right. So, that is the story for Stainyam, Steyam. Okay? Stainya, how do you get? Yoga Vibhaga. We don't care for the word Stainyam. We are only interested in Yoga Vibhaga there. Okay? Concept. All right. Okay. Now I have to go to 5.1. What's the number? 120 something?
5.
125. 6. Okay. Okay. Sakyuryaha. Now one word again. Sakhin Shabda. Sakhin Shabda. Sakhin means what? Friend. So what? Friendness. Or a friendly action. Karma also. What will the word be? The word you will get, pratyaya is ya. Okay? The pratyaya is ya. So you get Sakhya. Nakara will go. That's all you have to know here. So you can see, it says what? What is the finally, what's the word you get? That's all we are interested in. So you can see, Sakhyu bhavah karmava sakhyam. That's it. One word. You should know word sakhyam exists, which means what? Friendliness, friendness, or friend's action. Okay? And this has to be extended. This is what Kashika will do now. Duta vanibhyam cha iti vaktavyam. Means Vartika. Panini Sutra should have said Sakyuhu Duta vanibhyam cha yaha. That's what Sutra should have said. Why do you say Panini should have said? Because the word is there in the language. He should have said it that way. He didn't. We're not finding fault. We are saying if he had added these two, it would have been more appropriate. Therefore, I am telling you now, you add. So what will you get? Dutyam Vanijyam. Okay? That's all it is. So, see, actually it is what? Vanijyam, not Vanijyam. Vanijyam. Because ya doesn't have a nyakar. Now a question is raised. But I see the word Vanijyam also in the language. Hey, that is because it belongs to Brahmanadi Gana. Shanya is coming. Ya is different pratyaya. Both are okay. The word Vanik, Vanij, can belong to Brahmanadi Gana, and by this sutra it will get this pratyaya. So you have two words now. Vanijyam, Vanijyam. And Vanikta, Tal. Tal pratyaya and Tavya. Vaniktam. All are valid. Okay? All right. Then, Kapi Gyati, Gyatyo Dhak. We don't have to worry about this, okay? What happens to a monkey and what happens to a relative, we don't worry about it. If you want, you look up what the words will become. Dhak is a pratyaya. Dhak is pratyaya. How should we analyze it now? What is its letter? Ka is one its letter. Okay? Is dha in its letter or not?
Yes, Swamiji.
Yes, Swamiji.
By what sutra?
Chutu.
Chutu.
Okay. But here it won't be, okay? Therefore, be cautious. So the point is, because dha has to get replaced by something. Now, what will kakara it do?
Vriddhi.
Adivritti.
Adivritti. By what? Kiticha.
Kiticha.
Right? Taditeshu achamadehe niti niti kiticha. Achonyiti. First sutra. That is general. Sarasataka, Arasataka, etc. Then you get Taditeshu achamadehe. Then kiticha. Yes, Deepti.
Swamiji, if it is kit, like, is it going to be kit agama? Mm.
No. This is a pratyaya. General rule is this. Good question. General rule is this. In the pratyaya adhikara, you get pratyayas. This is pratyaya adhikara. What is agama should be in first case. What is pratyaya should be in first case. How do you know whether it's pratyaya or agama every place? So yes, very good question. That if it is takara, kakara, or makara, we look. All right. But then, suppose I said tap. Is it an agama? It's not. It's a pratyaya. Therefore, general rule, thumb rule is, unless some commentary tells you, in chapter 3, 4, 5, don't assume agama. 6, 7 is where you find all agamas. Angadikara. 6, 4 to 7 and 4. Okay? Is that clear, Deepti?
Yes, Swamiji, thank you.
Good. Okay. So now, kakara, right? So vriddhi will happen. Dha, you will see what will happen. Dha will cause a aya to come. Like Vainateya, Kaunteya, Radheya. All those are dhak in apatyartha. Okay. Therefore, you get kapi plus aya, kapeya, vriddhi, kapeya. So this is what is happening. So he says what? Kapi jnati shabdabhyam dhak pratyaya bhavati bhava karmanoho arthayoho. Kaper bhavah karmava kapeyam. So if somebody is, you find something broken in your house, monkeys are around. What do you call that action? Kapeyam. Monkey's job, Kapeyam. Monkeyness, they're very restless. Kapeya, both. All right. So you have to be cautious. When you find tadhita pratyayas with dha, be cautious. It may not go. Okay. Because they will be replaced by 711. Tidhana 11 sutra is there. You can see all that. Okay. All right. Then, what's after that? Patyanta purohitadibhya yak. Okay. I told you paurohityam long ago. This is where it's coming. It's not shen. It is yak pratyaya. Patyanta. Compound ending is pati. And a group of words beginning with purohita, one kana. What will they take? Yak. In addition to yak, what will they take? Twa and tala. No problem. Yeah. So you'll get what now? Yak pratyaya. What is the eighth letter? Kakara. Therefore what? Adi vriddhi. All right. Therefore, you know what to do now. It is no different from shen, but no shayit. Therefore, no nish. Okay. And this yak, I think, is neuter. Therefore, paurohityam only will get. There's no need for stri pratyaya. Okay. All right. So, one which has pati at the end and the words in purohitagana will take this pratyaya yak. What are the example? Senapati. See, ends in pati. Senapati will become Sainapatyam vriddhi, adi vriddhi. Purohita, see here, Senapati, Senapatita, Grihapati, Grihapatita, Garhapatyam. Okay. Purohitadi you will get Paurohityam, etc. You can see Paurohityam. Rajan become Rajya. So there are some further things to be looked at. We don't worry about it right now. Okay. So it gives you all these. All right. Then this is, see, now I'm just running through. Okay. There are some more rules like this. Not very common. We don't have to worry about pranabhrita, etc. Don't worry too much about it. If you want, you look it up. I don't think there are any great words which we have to know very much. There are a few words here. Interesting. See, this pratyaya here is vuny. Sorry, vuny or anj. What is it? Pratyaya. Let's see. Thing here. Anj. Okay, anj. Pratyaya is anj. Okay. Anj means what? This is what you should know. You should pay attention to this much. Anj means what? Nyakara is therefore vriddhi, and you add a. Content is a. Now here, the extra you have to, which caught my attention was, you have a word. See, this is for various, growth phases also use this. That's why you are getting Kumara, Kaumaryam, Kaumaram, Kaumaram, Yauvanam, etc. Kumara become Kaumara, Vriddhi. And A is it. So what will you get? Kaumara plus A. First A goes by Asya teacher. You will get Kaumara again. But Shishu will become what? Shishu. Somebody help me. Shishu.
Shaisha.
Shaisha.
Pratyayas. Huh? Shishu should become Shaishya, but 1 second. No, Shishu may not be. Is it here? Shishuta. Shishu bhava karmacha. 1 second. Why is it here? 1 second, huh? No, to him. Something is going on here. Let me look at Kashika quickly and see what is going on. Komaram, okay. Uddhatu, Unnetru, Sushtu, Dushtu, Vadhu, Subhaga mantra. So then, Vayovachanebhyaha should come. But the word is Shaishavam. Give me a second, okay? So you said Shaishya, right? So Shaishya won't come. It will become Shaishava. Okay? Because Shishu ends in U. It will become O. Then something else will happen. I don't remember offhand. But the word you'll get is Shaishav. Okay? So sometimes there will be some small, see, Subhaga. Subhaga will give you Saubhagya. So obviously there could be, see, by this rule, Ubhayapadavrti is happening. Su also becomes Sau, Bhag is Bhag. Some extra things. So Subhaga will become Saubhagya. That much you know. All right. So this is some examples like this. Then you have a few more, Hayananta, etc. As I said, you go look at it and see what you find, okay? You might find some interesting words. Now you know the method. Just go and find the words here. What are they? See, Yavana, Kaushala, Naipuna. Pratyaya is Anna. Anna means what? Nakara. Niti, Niti. Therefore, again, Vriddhi will come. Why na? Some other reason why he has put na. Why doesn't it make everything an? No, there's something to do with na. Okay, that's all you have to know here. Suhrada becomes Sauhardam. Kutuhala, Kautuhalam. Nipuna, Naipunam. Good words to know. Okay. Shrautra. Okay. Then Igantacha. See, now it's saying what? It ends with an ik. So in fact, Shaishyam may be a possibility. I'm not sure, okay? I'll have to check that. Whether Shaishyam is a valid word, I don't know. I have to look. But the Shaishavam will come from here. Igantacha lagu purvat. Now I remember that. It will be here. That example must be here. So Iganta is what? When you have a Pratipadika ending in ik. Okay. Lagu purvat should be preceded by what? Iganta lagu pura shabdat. Then only this rule will apply. What's the pratyaya here? Pratyaya you have to see is and. Anurti. Okay. So therefore you will end up with words which will be, so he is giving you what are these words now. So iganta laghu purvaha shabdah ityukte saha shabdah yasya ante ikvarnaha asti. Word which ending ik. Tathacha tasmat ikvarnat purvam. The letter before that ik. Yah swaraha vidyate. The vowel which exists before that, it should be laghu. Hraswam laghu, you should remember. Hraswa is called laghu. But if followed by conjunct consonant, it will become dirgha. So now what should you do? You find a word, muni. What is the last vowel? I. It is ik. That is iganta. What is the vowel before that? U. Is that laghu? Yes, that's it. Okay. So now you see nagari. Is it E is ik or not? Yes. And previous vowel is a. Is it short or not? Yes, that's it. It's taken care of. Like this, he has given. So with this, what will happen? He is giving you each word. Okay. So you will get words. Nagaram, Laghavam, etc. You get these words here. Rishehe bhava, our word. Arsham. Okay. So mridoho bhava. See, mridu, guna will happen. Mardavam. Guror bhava, gauravam. All this mridu, guru, they're all using or guna. Then HOI. Okay. So you'll find a lot of words like this. I'm quickly running through them because I just thought you will see what the words are. Okay. I'm not going to probably come back and again look at it. We may. Next class will be long time away. Okay. So you can look at this. I will not rush it too much now. Let me leave it. So you can play with it later when you want to. Or maybe we'll come back and resume and see if there are important words. Okay. So you get a good feel for tasya bhavah, tasya karmacha. All right. So when you see words in the bhashyam, bulb should flash. Tasya bhavah, tasya karmacha. If it does that much, you're good. We got paisa vasool ho gaya, we got value for this class. Because I don't expect to remember all rules. It's impossible to remember all rules with such a short exposure. But you will have familiarity. When you see this, any word like ending in ya, ending in words, you will know what's happening. Kaushala, you will know. Tadhi kaushalam. Where will you see this? In Bhashya, Gita Bhashyam, you will see. What is karma? What is karma yoga? What is kushalam? Tadhi kaushalam. What is kaushalam? That karma phala doesn't bind you. It'll come. What is kaushalam? Kushalasya bhavaha. That is the deftness, the smartness, whatever you call it. Kushala. Not efficiency. This way you will benefit as you study. Okay. So tadhitas are very easy comparatively. Compared to samasa, compared to tinganta, subanta, tadhita are very easy. We have to know pratipadikas. And you know what pratyayas will do what? Mainly vriddhi, adi vriddhi or not. And a few more bha karyas, That's why I spend time on bha, so that you can play with them easily. Okay. Any questions? All right. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. So next class will be next New Year, okay? Yes, Ritesh.
Swamiji, I was revising this Bhasangya Yachi Bham Sutra. And then we saw for neuter, the Bhasangya Sthanam is 1, 2, and 2, 2 also.
Correct.
She, that is, she.
She, yeah. Yeah.
But that is not Ajadi. So how did...
Lashakwa tadhyate, you forgot, looks like.
Lashakvatadhyate.
La sha ku atadhyate it bhavati.
But that was su aujas. So it was au.
Su aujas. Then what happened? Aungaha she. One sutra is there.
Okay.
Okay. Or neuter, aung is replaced by she.
She.
Okay. And what is sarvanavasthana? She.
She.
Right. She, what is the content now?
Lashakvatadhyate, then e.
Shakara goes E. E is ajadi or not?
E is ajadi.
Ho gaya?
Thank you, Swamiji.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So basically I'm saying it's good to know. But I know what, if you want to remember these details, like what Ritesh has just now, these will require, it should be nitya karma. Otherwise it'll go away. After a few days, it'll all go away. You will again try to remember what is bha now, I forgot. That's what happens. So if you want to keep the powder dry, you have to do some nitya karma. Or as Puji Swami would say, find a victim.
To teach.
Yeah, find a victim and you teach them what you know. That much you teach, not more. But you have to find a victim. What is bha, what is anga? Then you will remember. Otherwise, you will forget. I am forgetting half the sutras, I've forgotten. Okay, now. Okay, very few I remember now. Because of coming back to, I'm remembering some. Otherwise, all vaporware only. All right. So next, I was telling you, next class will be sometime in January. Because first priority will go to resuming Vedanta class. Then we will bring Sanskrit when I think I have some stability with, what we have to do. So you'll have some break. Mostly second, third week of Jan, I think we will resume this. And hopefully by middle or end of next year, we will say enough of this Sanskrit class. It is a target. Before next year end, Sanskrit class should be history. To the at least first level, understanding of all in a broad level. Then we will, if there's more detail and if I remember something, and if you have time and we have time, we'll look at it. Okay. I'm not trying to make you Paninians if in all ways, but there is some beauty to it. And when you listen to Puja Swamiji, you will get more fun with this. Because he will show how Panini is following Vedanta. He is brilliant, okay? So he says, for example, you have Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. So he says, Jnana Kanda, whatever is said, is not available in Karma Kanda. Otherwise, Karma Kanda won't be pramanam for them. They have a problem, all these things. So he says, this Panini saw. So what did he do? He put in the 8th chapter, what? Asiddhavat atra abhat. See, it's so brilliant. You will not understand what he's saying unless you know some Panini. And I enjoy listening to Swamiji's things like this. Because only when you're informed, you can enjoy what he's saying there. He will say Panini Vyakarana and his Vedantin. Why? Look at his Dhatu Pata. What did it begin with? Bhu Adaya Dhatu. What is Bhu? As Bhuvi. As means what? Sat. Mangalam. Then what is the first Atmanepada Dhatu? Edhri Vriddha. What's the meaning? Vriddhi. What is first sutra? Vriddhiradaich. What is Vriddhi? Bhuma. Full growth. Limitless. Therefore, he's talking about Brahman. First sutra for Karakas is Panchami. Why? Apadana. What is Apadana? Dhruvam apaye apadanam. Dhruvam. Bhagavan. Unmoving. Therefore, Panini is the Vedantin. Advaita Vedantin. That's what Swamiji will say. So this kind of things, when he said in class, it always made me say, I want to study Panini. Because you want to know more what he's saying. That's the beauty of it. I'm sharing with you because I think I have benefited from his encouraging us. So I also want to bring that same attitude to you, that Panini has so much to offer. May not be everything we want, we can't know, but you know what you can know. Okay. All right. Enough said. 8 o'clock. I'll let you go. Thank you all. So as I said, next class we will decide when we do. Anyway, it's only now